Hey everybody, welcome to a new video. So in this one we are going to talk about functions inside the Glsl programming language, so the language used in Max to write shaders and in a lot of other environments like Touch Designer and OpenGL, so this is valid for all shaders written in Glsl. So a function in programming languages in general, it's a block of code that is created to execute a specific task. So the main function, for example, is a function that executes our shader code. But how do we write functions in Glsl? So first of all, it needs a return type. A return type is the type of the data this function is going to give back when it's executed. So it could be, for example, vector3, could be void, which means it doesn't return anything, like for example the void main, could be float, could be every type that is inside the Glsl language. Then there is the name of the function, which is just a string. For example, let's create a function and call it sum2vectors. Okay, now this is the name of our function, which means in order to call this function, so to execute it, I will have to use this string that I just created. Then it needs a couple of round brackets. And then it needs some graph brackets in which we have to put the code that composes our function. So for example, inside our function we create a couple of vectors. Let's call it first and let's assign it to some values, something like that. And then let's create another vector and call it second. And let's assign it also some other values. Then let's write the return statement and let's say first plus second. Now this return statement will return from this function, so will output from this function the result of this operation, so first plus second. Basically is like saying inside code box out1 is equal to first plus second. It's the same thing but inside Glsl. So in order to use this function, then we have to go inside the main function, because the main function is the function that by default it's called by the system, by Max. So in order to execute the shader, the OpenGL application written inside Max will always call the main function. So this is kind of the entry point of the program is called. So in order to execute our function, we need to call it inside our main function. So sum2vectors, and this is how we call it. We write the name of the function followed by the round brackets. It's always round brackets. But since this function returns a vector3, we want to use this vector3 returned by the function, so let's create a new vector3, call it result, and assign it to the value that comes out from the function sum2vectors. So in this case it's going to give us the sum of these two vectors and assign it to the variable result. Then we can use result in our code and do some other stuff with it. So now we got a new variable and we assign it to the result that comes out from this function. But the function also accepts some arguments. So for example, we could take those two vectors outside of the function and put them directly inside our main function. So first and second are now inside our main function. Then we could assign those vectors as arguments for the sum2vectors function. So we need to input them here inside the function. This is called arguments to the function. It's like when you give arguments to Max objects, basically. And then inside the function declaration, we are declaring our function looks like, and we need here to basically declare those arguments, but giving them a type, because the program must know which kind of types are going to be used inside this function. So we need to assign to them a type. In this case it's going to be vec3 for both of them because they are both vector3s, but it could be also a different type. And we always have to use vector3 for this function. If we want to use another type, we have to create another function. Then there are three other keywords that are only applied inside Glsl, which are in, out, and in, out. So these are keywords that we have to prepend to the variables that we use as arguments for the function. For example, if we say in vector3 and in vector second, this is the default behavior, and this means that the variables are going to be read in this function. So they are going to be used in the code inside the function. If we say out, it means that the variable can only be written to, cannot be read. So maybe if we say something like this, now the variable first, after we execute the function, will always have the value 4 inside. Then if we say in out, it means that we can both read this variable and write to this variable. So it means that we can also write to it. So for example, we can say first plus equal 4, which means we read what's inside first, we sum 4.0 to these values, and then this variable is forever modified. So for this shader pass. So we can also have functions without a return statement. So if we declare them as void functions, it means they don't return anything. And for example, we can write to the variables directly by using a in out or out statement. So for example, in this case, first plus equal to second will modify the value of first outside of the function. So then we can call the function like this. And we can declare as many functions we want, we can use as many functions we want inside Glsl. And functions are always good because this is a very short function, but imagine this would be a very long block of code inside. We could execute all this code by just calling the name of the function as many times we want, instead of writing the whole code all the times. Plus, if we want to change the behavior of this function, we have only to modify it once, instead of modifying for every block of code. It's a bit like creating abstractions inside Max. So a function is basically the same concept as an abstraction inside Max. So this was it for this video. Thank you very much for following. Before we close, I would like to point you to this patch that has been shared 2 days ago by Matteo Marson inside the Max forum, which executes an incredibly cool particle system using geometry shaders and the transform feedback system. So I'm super happy to see this stuff popping out in the forum. This is really first-class coding. I'm super happy to see that there is people around out there pushing the boundaries of jitter and experimenting with geometry shaders. This really makes me almost moved. So thank you very much for watching. Check out my Patreon channel for more content and shared patches, which you can also find on my website federicofoderaro.com, and see you soon in the next video. Ciao!